The moose struggled in the cold, murky water, its leg trapped in a tangled mess of vines and mud. Despite its efforts to fight free, the pain in its leg worsened and the swelling grew. The rest of the herd had moved on, leaving the lone animal behind, vulnerable and in agony. Cold, loneliness, and hunger gnawed at its spirit. There seemed to be no hope, but fate intervened. Two men out on a walk spotted the moose struggling. Without a second thought, they rushed to help. One of them climbed onto a nearby rock, leaned over, and, with all his strength, pulled at the moose, easing it free from the water's grasp. After a few tense moments, the animal was finally released, its hooves scraping against the muddy shore as it lay, exhausted but alive. The men gently calmed the moose, their hands soothing its trembling body. The moose seemed to understand. It was safe now. But instead of retreating into the forest, it stood still, its sad eyes scanning the distance where the herd had once been. For a long time, the moose simply looked, then turned its gaze to its wounded leg. Slowly, it approached the men, its eyes filled with something the men couldn't quite place. Perhaps a silent plea, a recognition of the help it had just received. The two men, moved by the animal's trust, couldn't turn away. They took the moose back to their home, caring for it with gentle hands. The leg wound was treated carefully, and each day the moose was fed, growing stronger. The men provided a warm space for the moose to rest, and over time, it began to thrive. The moose, once weak and fragile, transformed. Its body grew stronger, and its majestic antlers began to take shape. It became a symbol of resilience, a testament to the care it had received. But as the moose reached full size, the men knew it was time to let him go. They opened the gate, and the moose wandered into the forest, his massive form disappearing into the trees. Yet, the bond remained. Time and again, the moose returned, now towering and proud, but still carrying that spark of connection with the family that had saved him. He stood in the forest, regal and powerful, but his heart always held a place for the people who had given him a second chance. They had saved his life, and he would never forget them, no matter how far he roamed. If you liked the video, put like and subscribe to the channel, where you will find a lot of interesting things.